Yes, children. The chapter 2 in geography, that is land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife. That is the second chapter for us. We completed here this 15 minutes. You have a small recap for the full lesson. Okay. The first topic is land. Yes, land is the important natural resources because it gives the life for all the living organisms. In the world, only 30% of the land is used by the 90% of people. Then remaining is only 10% of people only living in the remaining places, because due to harsh climatic conditions or the inhospitability facilities in other places. The other places are sparsely populated or mostly uninhabited. Land is among the most important natural resources. It covers up only 29% of the Earth's surface. Remaining 71% is water. And all parts of the land are not inhabitable. The uneven distribution of population in different parts of the world is mainly due to varied characteristics of land and climate. Then for what purposes we are using the land? Land is used for different purposes: agriculture, forestry, mining, building, houses, roads, and setting up industries is called land use. I already told another grazing also, for cattle or grazing also we use the land. Then soil. The thin layer of grainy substances covering the surface of the earth is called soil. Soil is made up of organic matters, minerals and weathered rocks found on earth. Soil is formed by the process of weathering. Soil is also an important resource because 1 cubic centimeter of soil want to form on the earth means it will take more than 100 of years. So if any degradation or depletion of the soil, it is not renewable quickly. Okay. Then how is the formation of soil? The first one is topsoil with humus and vegetation. Second, subsoil with sand, silt and clay. Weathered rock is the third material, and parent rock. Yes, children, in the topsoil is the very important for us because the vegetation is grown on this layer. It consists of humus. Okay, the top layer of the soil consists of the fine and silt soil with humus. Then second one is substratum, that is subsoil with sand, silt and clay. And third is weathered rock and parent rock. The topsoil is depend upon the parent rock. If the nature of the topsoil is sandy means the parent rock is sandstone. If the topsoil is red in color and more iron oxide means the parent rock is red oxided rock, and the topsoil is black in color means the parent rock is regur or basalt, a rock of the volcanic. Then factors affecting soil formation: parent rock determines color, texture, chemical properties, mineral content, permeability. Climate, how it is: temperature, rainfall influence, rate of weathering and humus. Time determines thickness of soil profile. Flora, fauna and microorganisms also the important factor, and relief. Then what are the factors affecting the soil degradation? This is very important. I already told, if the soil get degraded or deplenished, it is take more time to form again or renewed again. The first one is deforestation. It is a human activity. Overgrazing or human activity. Floods, landslides, rainwash is the natural causes for the degradation of soil. Overuse of chemical fertilizers, that is humans. Okay, so we avoid to use more fertilizers and pesticides on our land. Then methods of soil conservation. How we can conserve our soil? Okay, one, we should not use more fertilizers or pesticides. Okay, in deforestation, we avoid the deforestation, and also we avoid the overgrazing. In what are the other methods for in the agricultural field? We can do the soil conservation means mulching, contour barriers, rock dam, terrace farming, intercropping, contour ploughing, shelter belts. The first one is mulching, that is the bare ground between plants is covered with a layer of organic matter like straw. It helps to retain soil moisture. Listen children, in the first picture, if you have seen, it is very clear. This plant get the nutrients and the other thing, moisture and other things from this straw. Okay, it absorb the moisture and help the plants to grow well. And then second one is contour barriers. Barriers, stones, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. You see, these places to collect the water. And the third one is rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gullies and further soil loss to erode the erosion of the soil. Then terrace farming, broad flat steps or terraces. It is usually in the hilly areas or made on the steep slopes so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. They reduce surface runoffs and soil erosion. This the terrace farming, if it is in the flow or in the slope, means the soils due to rain, it is quickly it will come fast. To avoid that, the terrace farming is practiced in the hilly areas. Then intercropping, you see here the two types of crops are they plant. If once we harvested this type of plants, this plant holds the soil and helps the soil to get fertile. So this different crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different times to protect the soil from rain wash. That is intercropping. Then contour ploughing, that is in the grasslands used this way, ploughing parallel to the contours of a hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slope. That is contour ploughing. Then shelter belts, in the coastal and dry regions, rows of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. Examples I told that mangrove forest in the coastal areas continuously avoid the high waves damaging the land areas. Then next one is water. Land, soil and water. Water is the important resource for us. Our planet is called blue planet because it is covered with 70% of water, as well as it is called as water planet. Okay, without water there is no living things in the earth. Here usage of water. What are the things we use in for domestic purpose, industrial purpose and agricultural purpose? Okay, for industrial purpose, industries, agriculture and domestic washing, drinking, cleaning, these and all come in the domestic purpose, and also we are generating the electricity from the water. Then factors leading to shortages in supply of fresh water: increasing population, rising demands for food and cash crops, increasing urbanization, rising standards of living, drying up of water sources due to hot water pollution. These are the factors leading to the shortages of water in the world. Then conservation of water. How to conserve? What are the conservation measures we are taking? That drip irrigation and the slide is making some drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting, and the sprinklers. If we use these things means we will use the water in very low level. Then you come to the natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means the plants grow without the help of human aid naturally or in the barren land wild. Okay, that's natural vegetation. The natural vegetation, not only the plants which is present in the forest, all the 4 types of vegetation is come under the natural vegetation. That is first, the uses of plants. Plants provide us with timber, give shelter to animals, it produces oxygen we breathe, it protects soil for growing crops, it acts as shelter belts, help in storage of underground water, give us fruits, nuts, latex and some medicinal things. For this purposes we are using the forest and other plants. Then the 4 major vegetations of the world is forest, grasslands, curves, tundra. Okay, forest is a thick rooted plants. Grasslands, it is grown in the medium temperature. Forests are grown in the which places receives heavy rainfall. And scrubs, the dry area plants, that is thorny bushes, is grown in the desert area. The places which receives very low or scanty rainfall. Then tundra means treeless area. There is no trees, plants and other things growing very closer to the earth. That is tundra vegetation. Then factors affecting the natural vegetation, that is relief, climate and ecosystem. In relief we can see the land, soil. Land means the land in the mountainous area is different and the desert plain area, plateau area is different. Soil, the soil is in the some soil is very fertile. Example, alluvial soil is very fertile. It helps the plants to grow very well. Climate, temperature, sunlight, precipitation, ecosystem. Climate, precipitation. That also affecting the natural vegetation and ecosystem we already discussed. Okay, so here I am giving a picture for you that natural a black pond, an animal saying to you, so please save me and my friends. My survival depends on you. What we are taking, what are the measures we are taking to us. Okay, children. So save our natural vegetation and also the wildlife of the world, because if one species is affected, the whole system also affecting. So save the nature, save the wildlife, save the natural resources. Thank you, children. Take care. We will meet in the next session.